But how do we get free?
How do we get free?
How do we get free? My mother is 62 this year, and she is not talking.
Yeah.
Like she's talking to me and telling me that she's still bound.
Yeah. Ooh, child. Ooh, Lord, being in bondage, and the Bible is very clear that ain't how that's supposed to go. God wants us to be free.
Yeah.
In the spiritual strongholds that take over our minds and all that. Okay, anyway, I forgot to ask you, were you raised in church?
Yeah. So not at
who was taking you to church?
Very young age. My grandmother was taking me to church.
So Granny was churchy.
Yes, she's still churchy.
I mean, not church ever.
She be at church all day.
So okay, so she in there.
My children, they're like, Mom, we're not going there Sunday. But, yeah, so she's in church.
Was mom in church?
My mother was not in church. Half of my family were 5%ers though. So they practice the Nation of Islam. So my mother and father were like back and forth between that Christianity or Islam.
Okay.
So I would go to church with my grandmother. However, when my father moved to Connecticut and I moved there from age of 10, I was in church all the time too with him. And Daddy was going to church. He became a minister at the time.
Mina, no.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. So we were in church every Sunday. Wow. Every Wednesday for Bible study. Every Sunday school after church.
How long did you stay with Dad?
Visited church. How long did I stay with him? I stayed with him until I want to say 10 to maybe almost 13 or 13ish. Almost 13.
So almost about 3 years.
Yeah. So I wasn't 13 yet because I came back to New York. I went back to New York.
Okay. So at any point when you were there, did you become aware that something ain't right with what he's doing?
So yes, I'm going to say maybe towards the end. So in the beginning, again, I didn't have that knowledge. Like someone tell you, this is your body, so nobody will touch it. It's like, this is my dad, right? But I also didn't have the mind to not think that.
Okay.
I was to think it. But as I started meeting friends and as we started to like boys, right? And we would run around on the playground and the boys are wanting to touch you and the girls are kissing and everybody kissing.
Oh, I see.
And everybody touching.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
wait a minute, then the boys doing this and that? No, that don't go together.
Yeah, so it was just like, oh, okay.
That is so interesting how you
there.
It
was maybe 11, almost 12. That was probably like 12 when I started like, this is something right here.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, it went on for about 2 years, almost 2 years. Maybe it stopped a little early than that because I remember he got engaged and then it was like, no, nothing else was happening. But so I started picking up on something wasn't right at that time. And then I had saw something with him and I was like, oh, this is not right. Like the alarm went on. I was like, this is not right. And I was babysitting this little girl at a time and I found myself trying to protect her because she would come to my house. Like my friends, I wrote that too. Like my friends would come to my house and I'm like, now I think about it, like I have daughters. And I'm like, you go to your house and this is going on, but we don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So I'm like, I had friends coming to my house and visiting and spending the night too. And this was happening. It didn't happen those days, but it was happening. But then I found myself, after I realized something was wrong, I found myself trying to protect the baby that I was babysitting at 12.
Wow.
And then I stopped babysitting. And then I asked to come back to New York.
Really?
So then when I got back to New York, I was like, oh, okay, like, great, I'm safe.
Okay.
Right? But not thinking like, okay, nothing's right. I'm like, okay, fine. But then when I went to middle school in New York, and then I got this little boyfriend, he was like touching me one day, like trying to touch me, and I was like, oh my God, that's the same sensation that I felt. That same sensation that I felt.
Wow.
And we're being transparent, right?
Oh, so, absolutely.
It was like this sensation that I got on my body.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I was 13 at the time. And I was like, oh no. I left his house and I went and I called my mom on the payphone. And that's when I said something.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I can't come home.
Okay.
Because I felt shamed.
Yeah.
That was the first time I actually felt shame. Like when I was 12 and I realized like something ain't quite right. And I left Connecticut. That didn't really hit me at the time. But
okay. Why did you tell Dad you were leaving? Did you even tell him?
I was like, I just want to go. Yeah. I'm not leaving no more.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was just like, okay.
Okay.
Because it was always, again, like what happens in this house don't go nowhere, but it was for everything. It wasn't just for that. So it was nothing for me to think this must be something wrong that I can't tell.
Because everything that happens. Okay.
Yeah. So, so then I felt shame when I was with that boy. We were sitting down, his sister was there, everything, and he was like touching me, and then I felt like a sensation on my body, and I was like, that same sensation I felt when I was in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And I just left, and I was crying, and I was like, something ain't right. I'm so sorry. I was like, something is not right. So I called my mom on a payphone.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't come home because this is what happened. It's late. And she's like, what do you mean you can't come home? You still come home. It's late, but you still come home. I was like, no, because this happened, and this boy touched me. And when I was in Connecticut, my dad did that too, and he touched me like that. And I felt this, and she was just like, come home. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
So I went upstairs, and there was no discussion. So I waited, and I was like, am I gonna get in trouble?
Right.
Then my stepfather came, and he was like, he didn't talk about it either, but you could tell he was angry.
Okay.
And I was like, is he mad at me? So everybody's mad at me, like this happened to me, and they mad at me. He wasn't mad. I found out that he was angry that happened to me.
Right.
And he didn't want me to go anyway. But
I told y'all don't send her.
Right. It's silent. So I'm thinking everybody's mad at me. So I'm like, okay. So then my mother comes back, and I said, did you tell my grandmother? Did you tell anybody? Like, you gotta tell my grandmother, because that's her son. He did that. And she was like, I told her. She said, no, that didn't happen to you.
Okay.
So then I didn't talk to my grandmother for a long time.
Okay. Well, I know you said your siblings were younger and you were 13. Did they know?
No, nobody knew.
Okay. No, I'm saying after you told your mom, did you then tell them?
No, they were little. So
yeah.
I mean, I'm 40 this year. They're like 30. So we're like 8 years apart. 33. They're like 8 years apart.
So
10 years,
what do they think
apart.
now that they're adults?
About the situation? They were angry when they found out. Like, like that happened to you. Like my sister. People say, your siblings love you, right? They, I was the mean one, like Shamina, they would say, yeah, because she's mean. That's how I got the name, according to them. But they were angry when they first found out. But when I guess they look at me now and they're like, yeah, she's
good. Yeah.
She's good,
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, my mother told my grandmother didn't believe me. So I was just like, so now I stopped talking to my grandmother, the one that I relied on.
Right.
So then that relationship was trying to go to the dumps. And then I was just like, oh no. But then when I found out I was pregnant.
With?
My first son.
Oh yeah, right.
I came back when I was 13. So when I found out I was pregnant at 14.
Yeah.
With my first son. And I was like, I need help. Like, I
need
my grandma's house. I need to do something. And then my grandma said, I never said that. I didn't believe you.
Did you and your mom talk about that?
Did you know? Like, if you knew what happened, So my mom and I talked about it later when I got old as an adult.
Okay.
And I was like, you said that she said, I don't remember saying that.
Okay, so what did grandmother say about her son?
She said, she seemed like she was upset. She was like, she was going to talk to him. Again, he wasn't in New York and either. He was still in Connecticut at the time. So she was like, I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to figure this out.
So, Mina, let me tell you what is always very interesting to me. I don't know what happens in this day and time in those kind of situations, but it is so interesting. And again, that's not my son, or my grandson, right? But so those many years ago, people wasn't talking about filing charges or nothing, huh?
No. I think about that all the time. Like, even now to this day, I'm like, we ain't filed charges. We ain't do nothing. Like, nobody said nothing. Right? It was just like, okay, I guess.
I know they wouldn't put you in therapy back then because people wouldn't talk about no therapy back then. No. But it was, I'm going
to talk to him. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to figure out.
Your mom. Now that y'all are adults, now that you're an adult, have you ever asked your mom, well, Mom, why did you not, you didn't think to file charges against my dad?
No, she always said, I don't remember saying that. It's just always kind of over the thing. And she said, I can say this. Nobody did that for me. Those are the statements that I was getting before. Nobody did that for me. But she did have one person that advocated for her in that time when it happened to her. But it was just I don't remember. It's in her head, she feels like she wasn't in a place to protect or to receive it, you know. And
So I wonder, was she fearful of filing charges, thinking something was going? I mean, I don't know. Because it ain't like he was present, so.
Right. I don't know.
That's interesting. Okay, so now, so fast forward. Whew, we've got past that. I'm so glad we got past that because it was like, Lord, that was a lot for this little baby. And so now you can truly see, you know, what she had to experience. A mom that wasn't there emotionally at all. Her dad violated her. You know, just betrayal on all sides. Mom and dad. It's like, Lord, could one of them have did a little better? Mm-hmm. And she pregnant at 14, first baby, pregnant second baby at 17, got a full-time job, still going to school, finished school, high school on time. And I think where we left off was now you're in college and now you met somebody else? Yes, no.
Yeah, I got married when I was 22, I want to say.
Now she married at 22, y'all, with two kids, the two boys.
Yes, I had 2 boys.
Okay. Now, where did you meet him at?
We met. I was living. We met. His mom was my neighbor.
Not his mama was your neighbor. So you used to come to mama's house?
Yeah. So one time I was like always coming in and out with my sons. And she's like, you gotta meet my son. You gotta meet my son. I was like, I do not want to meet your son. And then he came over one time and we just met. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got married at 22. And what was that marriage like?
That marriage was...
Because keep in mind, this is what we talk about all the time. Yeah. You're married at 22 and broken.
And broken. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you trying to... Ooh. Go ahead, girl, because Lord help us, Jesus.
So you don't know, right?
Right, of course you don't know.
Actually, well, we met when I was 20. I want to say I was 20 when I met him. So I didn't really know. I'll say that later. Didn't know who I was, right?
Yeah.
At the time. But anyway, we meet and it's like, oh, like he's helping me with my sons. He's helping me like pick them up from school. He's like, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna help you with this. I'm like, oh, this is great. Like I got help. I've been out here doing it all these years.
Right.
You know? And
makes
it's
sense.
like your mom introduced me. He must be a good person, you know. So went through that. Wound up getting married at 22.
Okay.
Found out that I was pregnant with a daughter at that time too with him at 22 years old. But yeah, it was okay in the beginning from what I thought, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't really know the history. So going through those years, it was a lot of like infidelity, a lot of I would say verbal, like emotional abuse.
Okay.
It was like if I didn't agree with something that was happening, it was like, well, you got 3 kids. No, I don't want you now. You know, I was like, oh gosh, like, and I'm in school. But you know, you also feel the stress and the pressure on yourself because
I'm like, that's a lot.
I'm working. I got 3 kids. Like he actually is helping me. He's like, you know, he must see something in me because babies, right? So this is probably as good as it's gonna get because you know.
Stop. Hold on, Mina. Say that one more time, because how often do women say that? Go ahead.
Yeah, we think that it's as good as it's going to get because you've been through the dumps before, and then you find somebody that's like stepping up and doing things, and you're like, oh, like this is, you feel like you've arrived, and you really didn't arrive, right?
Yeah,
because you didn't arrive.
Yeah,
so you get these things, you getting support in ways that you didn't have the support before.
Yeah, so it looks real good because the devil will magnify anything. And at the end of the day, it's just an illusion.
And then you're trying to keep... I come from a broken family.
Right.
So I was trying to keep my family together.
Right.
So it was like unfaithfulness, cheating after cheating after cheating. You know, I don't want to mess up in school, so I need the help at home.
So you're navigating wife, mom to 3 kids, and in college. Mm-hmm. Are you working?
Working? Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, ma'am. Stop it.
No, I worked I worked till I was 15.
I
lied to get that job. Don't tell nobody about it. I was like,
Mina. Like I was and no emotional. I mean, and being abused emotionally.
Yeah, so you're battling yourself. You don't
and
know
going to school.
What you like, what you need.
And going to school. Girl, what?
Yeah, full-time school, full-time work. Everything full time.
Did he work?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, girl. Okay, where y'all living at? Because did we talk about that before? Where y'all living at?
in New York for a while.
Okay.
And then when I was like, yeah, I gotta go.
Okay.
I was like, we're going to Pennsylvania. I mean, yeah, we're going to Harrisburg.
Oh, that's
what I picked.
Okay. Yeah.
So we moved to Harrisburg. It's
Okay.
just us and the children.
Yeah.
Like no family in Harrisburg.
So he's still cutting up in Harrisburg.
Oh yeah. Well, so I didn't find out about the cutting up until we left. That
Got
the cutting
it.
up was
Okay.
happening in New York.
Okay.
When we got to Pennsylvania, that's when I found out the cutting up was happening in New York. I was like, oh God, the phone calls was coming and the women was coming and all this. And I was like, what? But now it's just us and I'm out here by myself. So it's like.
Now what? I'm stuck.
But I've always been like that one that's like, I can do it. I'm going to do something. So I will always.
Clearly.
I'm leaving. Like, this is this. But then it would be like a lot of like the manipulation. Like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to change and all that. And that
were you and your family, were y'all going to church during this season?
No, not during that time.
Okay.
No.
Did he know God? Do you remember?
I guess of God, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, we weren't going to church at that time.
Okay, was his family supportive?
His mom seemed very supportive. She was, always like, her grandchildren. She would always call me and like, it was like my daughter all the time.
Okay.
But it wasn't, the accountability wasn't there. Nobody was holding him accountable. It's like I would say things, but it was just like, oh, but you got a family, every man got a problem.
Oh, Lord!
Every man got something going on. And I wouldn't tell my family. My family didn't know any of it.
Oh.
They didn't know anything. So to the world, we look like this perfect couple. To
really?
My family, we look like this perfect couple, but his family knew. Like his mom. They know. I would always call and tell like, this was happening, crying all the time. Okay. And it would just be the advice of like, every man got an issue. You leave one, you're gonna get another one with an issue. He loves you. Or those girls, and it was just like I look at my daughters, I'm like, they need their dad, Yeah. So I would just stay because I'm like,
okay. So then you had another daughter.
So the one daughter, I was pregnant when we left. Okay. Well, no, we got there, she was already 1. Okay. And then 4 years later, I have another daughter.
So by now you're how old?
With my second daughter?
Yeah.
27.
Oh, much older.
26. Yeah, 26, 27.
Okay. And so when you had her at 27, are we through with college or are we still in school?
I was still in school. I was still pushing through, trying to finish this nursing program.
Wow. Oh, by now she's in the nursing program, y'all. Yeah. So you're in the nursing program by now.
Yeah. So when I moved there, I was a medical assistant in New York. I was a medical assistant when I moved to PA. I worked as a medical assistant. I worked the whole time. I was just working. Then I was worked for this major hospital system, Penn State, Hershey. Okay. Worked for Penn State. And I found out I was pregnant while I was in the nursing program out there too. Okay. That was my fourth child. So yeah, it was a lot. Like I was, yeah. So I've always been in school. As I said, I never stopped. So
you ain't in school today, huh? I mean, I ain't gonna say thank God. I ain't gonna say thank God.
I think about it sometimes, but I'm like, no.
I don't want to discourage anybody, but go ahead, girl, if that's your thing.
No, I'm not. I think.
Okay, so now we are a mother in school, 4 kids. 4 babies,
yes.
The relationship with your boys and your husband, was it solid?
It was okay relationship. I think he showed up for them at a time, and then it got strained because it was like, more like not controlled, because of course children need discipline. Yeah. But you could tell something was wrong. It was like, yeah, that's too much. That's too hard. That's too, why are you talking to people like that?
Okay, now son number 2. Mm-hmm. Where's his dad now?
In New York.
I mean, not right now, today, at that time.
In New York.
Mm-hmm. Was he trying to be present?
Yeah, he was present.
After you got married?
Yeah, he was present. He was always present for him.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was always present. I mean, you always got little issues, but he was present for him. We would go back to New York and he would go with him and things like that. So that wasn't.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so now there's a lot of infidelity. How long did that go on?
So until I left.
Oh, you left?
Yeah. So
I mean, I know the story, but I'm just saying y'all don't know.
Yeah, we were married for 12, 13 years, I want to say.
Okay.
But yeah, it went on the whole time. So like every
So
year I found
how
out about
did
something.
you get to a place where you was like, I'm not doing this? What happened for you to make that decision?
Yeah, so towards the end, I would just start. I was trying to like work on myself because I realized like I was still hurting from something, right? I was hurting from that, but then I started doing more things for myself, you know, taking myself out. I'm going to take myself to a movie. I'm going to do something, right? So I started learning things and hearing things, started listening to podcasts, and you know, they always say, I mean, I've always been a reader. I've been reading since I was 3-4 years old.
You clearly she reading something, baby, the way she going to school.
You know, I have 3 books at a time reading books, but
Lord.
They say if you want to hide stuff from people, put in a book from us.
Absolutely.
Put in a book.
Oh, yeah.
And then thank God for podcasts and thank God for sermons that are out. Thank God for people like, you know, Sarah Jakes, right?
Yeah.
So I started listening to that. And then I was going to church. I started going back to church.
Ooh.
And things would just like happen. I was like, I don't deserve, like, I'm always crying in church. Yeah, we cry in church. But, you know, it was like, I'm always crying, like I'm hurting, like something's going on. So then I went to counseling. And I started seeing, I was like, okay, I need to go to counseling, right? So I would ask him, like, let's go to counseling. Like, nah, you need a therapist. And I'm like, you're right. Let's go. So I went to counseling. And then I was like, okay. So I started telling her, and she was like, yeah, I might need like couples counseling.
Okay.
That's okay. So I told him. Then we would go to couples counseling for a little while. And then it would be like it was like working the system. So he would do things that she would recommend, but then it wouldn't be the same. It would change again or held over my head that I'm doing it because of counseling. I'm doing it because of this, so I don't got to go. And I was like, okay. So then church, started hearing lessons, and I'm like,
now stuff is starting to resonate.
Yeah.
The eyes of our understanding is being opened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was in my master's program at the time.
Oh, God, she went back to school again.
So, yeah, I was in my master's
program.
program.
Whoever needs to hear this, you need to hear this. This is still moving, y'all. She ain't stopped.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm in my master's program. This is highly stressful. You know, more stuff is happening at the time that's coming to light. We had renewed our vows for like our 10-year anniversary.
Not trying to read.
Yeah, we was trying to like fix everything, right?
Okay.
We're gonna fix this, you know. But I was still trying to hold on.
Yeah.
That's just who I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm loving somebody, if I love my family, I love my children.
Right.
At that time, him, you know, it's like, why not? Why not try to fix everything, right?
Did your family like him?
They did. Well, they did. From what I could see, they did. You know, I think they were supportive of me for him.
Okay.
With him.
But then they didn't know what was going on.
But they didn't know, so they loved what they knew.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had renewed our vows, but that was before. That was like at the 10-year mark, and then coming to find out stuff was still happening when we came back. I was like, oh my gosh,
sir, cut it out.
So yeah, so I would go to I was in my master's program. I was going to church. I was in therapy, and I was like, this is something. I gotta go.
Wow.
You know, but I didn't think like I gotta go. It was just like I gotta remove myself from this. Something is not right here.
Okay. Okay.
So then I was still finding out about infidelity, and then I remember we had an argument. It was before my daughter's birthday, and we had an argument because I found out that he was cheating again. Pictures and videos. Somebody reached out to me on Facebook, and I was like, yeah. Oh. Yeah. So we were driving to the beach.
Okay.
We were driving to my daughter.
Just y'all
to the beach. No, the children were in the
car
too.
Okay. Okay.
And I was driving, and we're not arguing, like, but just still having this conversation because I'm not going to cancel her beach trip because of what we going through. Right. And I'm just bawling, but I'm trying to turn my head so my children wouldn't see me cry. Okay. And I'm driving, and all I heard in the car was, I got you. And I was like, first of all, that don't even make sense. Because we arguing, like, what are you talking about? You got me. Okay. So I turned around to him and I said, what did you say to me? Mm-hmm. And he was like, I didn't say nothing to you. Very nasty.
That wasn't him.
It wasn't him.
That voice was not him.
Was not him. But it was clear. It was like clear. Like I got, it was like somebody was in the car with me.
Wow.
And they said in my ear, like, I got you. Boom. Okay. And I said, he said, I didn't say nothing yet. It was so nasty that I knew he didn't say nothing to me. And I was just like, oh. And I turned back around and I'm just like still crying. I'm like, what? I'm like, what's that got me? So we get to the beach and I got it still. I got that journal still, and I was just writing, and I write my prayers. Okay. So I was writing my prayers out. And it was like August, and I was like, okay, God, was that you that said you got me? Like I never heard your voice like that. Wow. I never heard God speak to me. And I was like, if you got me, I need you to show me something. Yeah. Show me what to do. I'm getting teary-eyed. I was like, that's why I was like, ooh, shut up. I was like, ooh, child, because it's so amazing. Like, I'm at a breaking point. I was like, I need you to show me. Yeah. And we got back, and then from there on, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to counseling. I'm going to keep going to therapy. I'm going to church. And I started talking to my pastor, and I was like, I got to go. Okay. And then I told him a couple months later, I was like, I'm leaving. I was like, I'm leaving. I gotta go. He's like, you're not going nowhere. He's like, what you gonna do? You got 4 kids. You ain't going nowhere. Okay. And I was like, I'm leaving. Mm-hmm. And then I waited because it was like, no, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go to counseling. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And I was like, okay. So I gave him a chance to go to counseling. Again. Okay. At the end, I was like, okay, that's fine. And then we got closer. And, you know, he had a diagnosis that it was just like he needed help with stuff. And I was like, oh, I'll help you. But I helped. But it was like, you know, here, I'm still going to go. Okay. Right? And it was still like a way to get back. It was just like, hey, you know, she's so good. She's this, she's that. And I was like, I told you I'm leaving. It was like, you don't got a place? I said, no, I got a place. I already paid for it. I'm going.
Oh, good. You, before you physically left, you went and found somewhere.
Yeah. Because it was still going. Because he had did this thing where it was like silence. Like he stopped talking to me for several weeks. He was like, don't talk to me unless it's about our children. Okay. And I was like, oh, okay. But it was like hurting still. Because like that's abuse. That's emotional abuse, right? Yeah. And I would just be at work and I was like still in school and it was just bad. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. Like I got to move myself in the situation.
Okay, well, hold on a minute. By now, who's the breadwinner?
So yeah, I don't like to say breadwinner, but I was always making more, right? But yeah, at that time I was in school too, so I would make my money the way I needed to make it. Okay. Right? So if I wanted to work part-time this week, I'm gonna work part-time. If I want to work full-time next week, I'm gonna work full-time. Right? Oh, cool. So that's what I was doing. I was working for an agency because I was a registered nurse at the time. Yeah. So that first degree, I was a registered nurse.
Let's just put a pin right here. Let's go back. You started where? As what?
I was a medical assistant.
Medical assistant.
18, 19.
Okay. Keep going.
And then I became a registered nurse when I was 27. And then...
And she went through?
No. I was like, all right, well, I was working in the hospitals and I was like, I don't want to be on this side the whole time. ICU, everybody like happening. So I was like, I want to be on this side. I want to be more preventative. That's the reason why I became a nurse. I wanted to prevent our people from going into the hospital, staying in the hospital, right? I want to educate, right? So what can I do for that? So I left the hospital. I went outpatient and I started working in pediatrics, school-based clinics, you know, all of that. I did like programs for women, diabetes, all that stuff. So I did all that. And I was like, I'm a nurse practitioner. I was like, that's the way I'm going to do it. I want people, I want girls to see not only can I survive this, you know, teen mom, trauma, all that stuff. I want them when they come into the doctor's office to see somebody that look like them. So I did that.
Y'all get your tuition together and get it going. Okay, so now she's like, baby, I'm gone. I already got a place. It's paid for.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to do it.
And we know she know how to do that because she did it when she was way young.
So yeah, and it was just like, I'm not going to think about.
And you just left, just like that.
I'm not thinking about nothing. I'm just going to max out everything.
Figure it out.
I maxed out the credit cards for the deposit. I maxed out everything when I was in school, right?
Whatever.
So maxed out everything. And it was like, whatever. That's what he said. He said, whatever. And I was like, okay. And then we picked up one day and we just left.
Left how, Mina? Was he there when you was moving and stuff? Where he was at?
Work.
Oh, you picked up quick.
I couldn't because the way the emotional toil would have been for my children. The way it had already been for me, I couldn't allow them to experience us moving out and him there at the same time.
I got it.
Right?
Yeah.
So it was like, I'm going to do this, and
by yourself, Nina?
My sons were teenagers at the time, and I was like, I need y'all to call all y'all friends.
Come on, girl, and rally them up.
Move, right? So we hadn't packed or anything.
I didn't even think about it. So what did the children say?
They knew that it was coming because I told them, I said, listen, we leaving. I already got a place. We're gonna leave. I said, just when I'm saying let's go, it's time to go. Where we gonna go? So then my sons called their friends over and they packed up my house, loaded everything on a truck, and we left.
Wow. And so how did the girls feel? Because that's their dad.
It was traumatizing. It was traumatizing for them. I feel like that's the part that I did, right? They cried every day. Like when we moved, it was like fun. Like everybody moved, loading the truck. Right? Yeah. And then when we got there, it was like, oh, he not here. He ain't coming. I was like, no, I told y'all we not,
About how old were they then? The girls.
So this was, so my youngest was 9. She just turned 9. Ooh. And then the other one was 13, 12.
Definitely old enough, 12. Okay, to understand what was happening.
Yeah.
How was he after y'all went, okay, did you get a phone call?
Oh, yeah. Got a phone call, his family calling, him reporting to the police that I took the children, that I did all this stuff, family calling, that I left, why I did that, and all this. And I said,
sir, you knew this. Right. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, you knew. I told you, right? And then police come to the door.
And his mama knew? Because you was telling her, girl. Okay, anyway. Okay, so now, the girls are 13, 9. And so you're in your own place, still in school? Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord, this girl here. Oh, Jesus. Working in school. Now you paying probably a
lot more
money now.
Yeah.
Because it's a bigger place, I would imagine.
Well, no. So we were in a house together, and I went and got an apartment, and it was like the condos,
Okay.
So it was more obviously because I'm paying everything by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I was doing that. Had to finish the master's program. I was almost done, so I left in my last part of that. So August, and I graduated so it was 19. So I graduated in 2020.
Wow. Okay, so now, where is he? So you've been divorced how long?
6 years.
Okay. Well, ain't that long. Okay, you've been divorced 6 years. And where is he living at?
He's in New York now. He's back in New York.
He's back in New York. Mm-hmm. And so, okay, so you moved here when? What year was that?
2 years ago, 2023. So I stayed in Pennsylvania. I finished my master's program. I worked for a few years, just me and my daughters. My son had moved out, left us. My other son had moved out too, so it was just my daughters and I. But those years were like the best. Like it was hard. It was traumatizing for my daughters, so therefore it was traumatizing to me.
Yeah,
as well,
of course.
I had to see them go through this. Like we cried every day for some months, and then it went.
Was he present?
Not really. I mean, not really. It was like maybe coming every month for 2 hours to see them, right?
Okay.
So that was it. It wasn't anything else. It was more of, well, nothing's happening, right? And I was just like, okay. But
I don't know if we can talk about it today. What is their relationship like today with him?
So my youngest daughter has a good relationship with him.
Okay.
She likes to go and see him, every now and then, like in the summer. So she's going back next weekend to go visit.
And she's 18.
She's 15.
15. Mm-hmm. Okay.
My 18-year-old daughter has daddy issues because she feels like he just neglected her feelings. Not only because of the move, but just like now that we're not all together, it's just like, he's not honoring the things that she's going through as a teenage girl. Wow. She doesn't feel like she's been.
Is he remarried?
Remarrying, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they have the youngest one has an okay relationship with him. The oldest one doesn't. So she's not in that. Yeah.
That's always ugly. What is your girl's relationship like today with his mom?
So the youngest one again, so she talks to everybody. They don't really talk on the phone much.
She love everybody.
She's friendly. So, to an extent. She's not really friendly, but like family. So she's very respectful. So she'll talk to everybody. If his mom happens to call, she'll talk to them. But yeah, they don't really talk much.
Okay.
So they've always had a great relationship, though.
Okay.
The girls
Oh,
with
good.
his mom. They've always had a great relationship. I think it's just a little strained now since my oldest daughter has those issues.
Oh, makes sense. Okay, so Mina, so how did the girls feel about y'all moving way over here?
They wanted to move.
Did they?
They wanted to move.
So, that's interesting.
Yeah. So how that happened was, like I said, those years were like great years for me. Like after we cried together, then it was they cried together.
Yeah.
Mom was healing, right? And then I was able to start saving. Like I had graduated from my master's program, I became a nurse practitioner. I was saving, more money than I ever saved in my life in the past.
Yeah.
I had bought my first brand new car off the showroom floor.
Wow.
So I was like just doing things for me.
Yeah.
Traveled by myself for the first time, and then I had bought my first house in PA. And it was like, that was just like a major milestone. Like nobody in my family has bought a house, right? I was the one.
And you was by yourself, sister.
And I did it by myself, right? So it was like, oh my God, these are amazing years. But then my oldest daughter started experiencing bullying in school. So she got little daddy issues, plus she got that trauma from being bullied and physically assaulted. So I had already bought the house and we're like living great, everything is great, and then boom, this happens. And I'm like, Harrisburg is a nice place to an extent. There's not a lot of activity for young people. Right? There's programs that are being developed, but I think they can do better with getting more involvement. But I think it's just maybe ingrained, like there's a lot of trauma. There's it's not trauma, I want to say, but probably trauma. There's stuff going on. So kids are not really involved the way they should be or the way they could be. There's a lot of wonderful people out there doing things for children, for teens, but people are not taking advantage of the programs. That's what I should say. So then my daughters started experiencing bullying and my oldest daughter got physically assaulted. And it was like, okay, what do we do? Do I stay here because I'm doing so well? Or do I say, let me do something to give them better? So that was my driving force. I was like, you know what? I gave myself better. I did all this for me. I'm healed. I want to give them the space to heal, to do better. So I was like, you know what? Y'all want to stay here? Y'all want to go? Right? So we always thought about moving to Texas or Florida or something. It was like, go back to a big city where there's more opportunity. Right? So it was like, let's go where there's more opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it was like, well, we definitely not going back to New York. So scratch that. And it was like, okay, Florida or that. I'm like, oh, I might move to Florida. But my daughter was like, Mom, Texas is so great. We see it all over YouTube. And I'm like, what? TikTok? Y'all gotta stop.
Right, we for the move because of TikTok.
The move. So it was like, I'm always just the person like, I'm gonna take a chance though, especially if it's for the better.
Yeah.
So we wound up coming to visit Texas, right? I had already been. So I was like, I'll take the girls, go. And then my son was like, Mom, if you moving, I'm moving. He was like, I always wanted to move to Texas. And I was like, let's go. So we all came for like a week. We stayed in this nice Airbnb and we looked at houses.
Y'all went what part of Texas? Houston or somewhere else?
So we stayed in Houston. Our Airbnb was in Houston.
Okay.
Like over by the NRG, the medical area.
Yeah.
So we stayed there for like a week. And then we happened to come during, what's that big rodeo? We happened to come during rodeo
Lord
time.
Jesus.
Yeah, so we happened to come during that time. And we didn't know that was happening. We get to the airport and they're like, you here for rodeo? We're like, no, but tell us, right? So then the NRG, the rodeo was at the NRG.
Yeah.
So we're like leaving. We see all these people. And like, you got to go to the rodeo? Fine, we'll go. But we came out to look at houses, to like see, where we would want to move, if we would want to move.
Y'all did all that in a week?
Area. So in a week, we looked around. Yep. I went to church.
What church did you go to? Can we say?
Of course, you know what church I went to that weekend. I was following Pastor Keem. I was following Lighthouse Church at the time.
I forgot you did. Yeah, she did tell. Oh yeah.
But I'll say, of course, because that's a church everybody decide they want to go to when they come to Houston, right? So I was following Pastor Keon at the time, and I have to say that even though I'm not part of that church anymore, during my time of healing and before that, I learned a lot about the Bible from listening to him.
Oh, good.
So that's what drove me. It was like, yeah, that's the church I'm going to go to, right?
Right.
So to be a member, online member, and then come in person was like, yes, like I'm here.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, so I visited the church in person the second time because the first time me and my daughters came for a weekend.
Okay.
We went to his conference, the Cry Out conference, before it was like this big thing when he had it at the church the first time. It was free. Yeah. It was like a day. It was free. It was a day, and we went. Like, I got a picture on my social media. I was there. I was like, yes, you know. But yeah, so we went to that for a day. Me and my daughters came for a weekend, and then that second time, my son came with us. Okay. And my grandson. And we stayed for a week, and we looked at houses, and we just didn't. We didn't pick anything at the time. We just wanted to look at areas and things. So we came for a week, and then it was like, we moved to Houston.
Just like that.
Just like that. So we went back to PA. That was March, I want to say.
Okay.
That's when rodeo is. It was like
March time. It is.
So we came, and then I sold my house. I put my house up for sale. It sold right away.
That's when you've been knowing, honey, it's supposed to be.
Sold right away, off the market right away. And then we moved. They moved in. We moved that summer. So I came, and I was going to buy, but I didn't. I wound up renting a house.
Okay.
So I was like, I want to make sure that's where I want to be. I moved to Katy.
Right.
I moved to Katy. And I was like, all right, fine. So I signed the lease in June.
Okay.
And then I came in July to start working. My daughters came back with me in August.
And found a job easy?
Oh, when I went back in March and I decided we was going to go, I applied for jobs and I got a call right away. So April, I got the job. And then,
stop, Mina.
Yeah, April, I got the job. But then with being a nurse practitioner or a doctor, your credentialing takes a while. So they hold the job. They have
because it's a different state.
Yeah, even if it's the same state, credentialing can take anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months. So they will hire you, but you don't start until another couple months later. So I got the job in April, and I started in July.
And where is this at?
It's at Legacy. It's a community health center. In Houston. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did your son come?
So my son came. I came in July. My son came that following February.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he moved like 10 minutes from me.
Wow. Really, sir? He like it?
Of course, mama. He loves it.
This is son number...
My oldest son.
Oh, the oldest.
Yeah, so he came with my grandson.
Love it. Okay, she a grandmama. We ain't talking about that part. Okay, anyway, we're going to talk about grandson, child, some other time, grandbabies. Okay, so now everybody's here. Now you got to find a school. Well, you didn't have to find a school because wherever the house was. Mm-hmm. So you still in? No, you're not still in Katy.
No, I'm not in Katy anymore.
So you stayed there how long?
Katy, I stayed for 2 years.
Oh, you just moved to Spring?
Yeah, I just moved to Spring.
Let's talk about Mina is recently engaged. Been engaged for how long?
Yes.
Come on, put it up there. Put it over there. They can't see. Get closer. How's engaged, y'all? How's engaged? And so, is he from here?
Yes. He is not. He's from Florida, but he's been in Texas for quite some time. Yeah, for a few years now.
How did y'all meet?
We met on Facebook.
Look, baby.
Facebook dating. We met on Facebook dating.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was giving up on all the apps. I was like, I'm not getting on these apps no more. But, I was like, I'll try one more time. Because I was out networking, like I said, going to events. And I wasn't like, I'm going to be out here looking for a man. I wasn't doing that.
Right.
But I always believed that I was going to find my person in my purpose, like while I'm doing what I'm doing. So I was like, let me go.
That's good.
Let me go and network or whatever. And what's supposed to be for me is going to be for me, right?
Right.
So then, I was networking. But then I was like, let me go back on Facebook one more time. Let me go on a dating site. And I did. And he was like one of the first people that popped up. And it was just, he talked about family. He talked about his son. Like, that was like one of the first things he said.
Wow.
Finally got my son to sit down with me. And I was like, good man. And I just felt like God was like, that is going to be your husband. And I was like,
really?
God, like, how? This is one of the first people. But it was consistent.
That part, consistent.
Yeah, he was very consistent. We talked all the time. It wasn't even like we was trying to be together right away. It was just like we talked every single day. Always about our children. Always about purpose, what we was doing in the world.
I love it.
We talked about God. We prayed. Like one time I just prayed for him. He was going through something. I just prayed. But it was just like a deeper connection. Wow. And I think I got a little impatient too because I was like, I felt like God said this is gonna be your husband, but I was like, I ain't seeing nothing. Ain't nothing happening. We ain't going on no dates.
I don't know what she was looking for, but okay.
We ain't going on no dates.
Oh,
I was looking for dates.
The date was her sign.
But we was going on dates, but it was just like not at that part wasn't as consistent, but it was what I wasn't used to. right? I was used to like dates and like doing this and doing that because I do that for myself. I take myself on dates,
right?
But it was the consistency was in conversation. It was in how he cared for me, how he spoke to me, how he spoke over me, and like my daughters.
It's about us.
Just for us.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. So it's coming.
Yeah. We're not talking about
when it happens, everybody will know because we'll put it out there. But we just want to keep it.
Okay. And so now you're in a house, apartment. You're in a house.
We are in a house. Yes. So we all moved in together in spring now.
Oh, good. Okay, so now everybody we sit.
Yeah, we're all together now.
So the son, what does he say about changing schools? No. What side of town did they come from?
He's staying in the same district. Yes. Okay. He's staying in the same district. So we're the only ones moving from our district, but it's nice over here. Yeah. So it's like, let's go to the spring. We like it over here. So.
Oh, because you were in Katy. Oh, that's why
Katy. Yeah.
There we go. That's why the move happened. Okay, got it. Okay. So now y'all are in spring. Got it. Okay. How is everybody adjusting? All the kids, just them.
It's not rough like that because the kids get along. They've been together, so they met over a year ago.
Yeah,
and they instantly connected.
Good.
They had their rough patches. Like we took them on a cruise.
That always happened.
Back in March, and it was like. Yeah. My daughters are like, we want to do everything together. And then his son is like, yeah, but I'm laid back. I'm a basketball player. So he wants to do his own thing. He want to be with his friends. And my daughter's like, hey, be with me. Do it with me. Right?
Yeah.
So we had a little rough patch with that. But then also coming together. There hasn't been any rough patches in the house with the kids. But I think it's just adjustment. Like my oldest daughter,
absolutely.
Again, leaving her friends in Katy. Now being over here. She has to get a vehicle now. All this stuff. So that has been trying.
Okay.
But yeah, everybody's settling together.
Good.
It's been really, really, really good. It's amazing.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
He's great. I'm like, God, thank you.
Well, ma'am, that's because you put the work in.
Yeah.
So all of everything that you endured, if you thought God was not gonna pay you back for that, God honors our faithfulness even in moments where we don't even know that he's even paying that any attention.
Right.
You were sowing seeds then for this husband.
Oh, yeah. Everything that
because you were a wife that was honorable.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. And so God is going to honor your act of being honorable in your marriage. Yep. Why would he not send you something, especially if that's what you want? If you didn't want to be married again, then that would be something different. You wanted to be married again. Why? Yeah. First of all, God would be a liar.
Right.
And he's not. So it's like, yeah.
Everything I asked for, prayed for, wrote about is in that man.
Really?
Yeah. And I know that that's what he feels about me, so I can say that, Some people are like, oh, you were playing about this man, that man.
No. I'm solid. I'm secure in this.
Yeah. Secure, very secure in it. Like he knew what I needed. God knew what I needed. Just like he knew what I needed in my grandmother, right? He put her in that place, right?
Yes.
He made her available to me.
That's good. Yeah.
He knows what I need now. And he knew what I was going to need, but I needed to do the work. Because you attract what you become. Right?
One more time.
You attract what you become.
Yeah.
So I needed to do the work. I was thinking I'm dating, I'm meet this person. I wasn't meeting anybody that I needed.
Yeah.
Right? Or that needed me. So like we're from different parts of the U.S. I'm from New York. He's from Florida.
Yeah.
But we met all the way over here in Texas.
Yeah.
Like
and what is so unique about God is he literally, when you think about, and so for people that don't believe in a God, it's like, I don't really understand why you don't, because who did this? You know what I'm saying?
No.
And God is the only one that could take somebody, like you just said, that was over here, somebody over there, and then bring them together. It's nobody can do that but God.
Yes.
And his timing is perfect. He knows how to orchestrate everything. And so whatever you're going through, it does not matter. Put the work in, like Mina said. She had to get her healing, because why would God send you a husband and you're still broken?
Right. Absolutely.
For you to go into another marriage?
Absolutely.
And then be broken in that, and then that don't last? No.
Mm-hmm.
You put the work in. Do your work, sis, sir. It goes for male and female.
Mm-hmm.
Put the work in. Get your healing. Be healed. Become whole. So God, if that's what you desire, So God can send you who He has for you.
Yes, and pray for him too, so that way He's preparing him for you.
And see, that's the thing, because your husband probably wasn't ready 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so again, God, He's so strategic about what He does. He knew that your healing was going to come at this time, and his healing was going to come at his time. And I don't even understand how He do it. Like, I can't even keep up with 3 relationships, and He over here keeping up with the whole world. It's like, sir, what are we doing? Like, because that's what He
And it was
is.
even in that when I told, like, when we met, it was like, I don't see it. You said that's gonna be my husband, but I don't see it. But there's some healing happening in that too, right, on his side, you know.
See,
and not that he wasn't healed. I believe he was, but it was like just trying to make sure that he was not me trying to make sure. Because I'm like, God, if you said that's my husband, then you need to tell him, because I ain't gonna say that. But then it was him trying to figure it out. But then that's when he also came to me and said, I feel like God told me that I'm supposed to be. We need to date. We need to really do this.
Do this.
Like, oh, okay.
Because what's crazy is, not crazy, but you're talking about you didn't just really see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a possibility that he wasn't like really healed per se, which I don't know how we can really determine where somebody else healing, what their healing looks like. But at the end of the day, God could have been positioning you to help him through his healing process. Mm-hmm. Not all and now when I say that, because everybody not gonna show up on your doorstep completely healed. Now stop.
Yeah. And not even healing like that. He wasn't going through anything where he was like healing from, but like he had a little situation going on, but it was like probably just making sure that he was able to be the man that I needed him to be in that time. So it was like, before I really say that's what I'm gonna do. I was like, well, God, he ain't moving like the way I'm used to moving. But then it happened, and I was like, oh, okay.
God ain't supposed to move how we think he's supposed to move, because then it's gonna be like, I knew it. Now you did.
Right, then who did it? Because people be saying he did it. Mm-hmm. Right?
Absolutely. He got to blow our mind for it to be exciting. Yeah. And for us to be able to say it. Yeah. With a big smile on the face like that boy. Okay? See? Okay, Mina. Now we're wrapping it up.
Okay.
And so there's someone listening. Mm-hmm. And your story, she can relate to it. Yes. Or maybe parts of your story she can relate to. Help her. What can you say to her or him? It could be a him. Yeah. To help them navigate through the healing process, to encourage them, to if there's anything that you could say to that woman, that man's heart, pour into their heart and let them know what the process is going to look like, what it can look like, and what it looks like when you get to the other side.
Wow. So yeah, anybody that relates to my story, I'm going to say, to the little girl who suffered in silence, the teen mom who felt overlooked.
Wow.
A woman who is broken, right? Mm-hmm. She felt betrayed even the man, because men go through the same thing. They get broken and betrayed too. To just know that it doesn't stop there. Right? Yeah. It doesn't stop there. You're not alone. So many people have been through it. It's just that people are not talking about it. And that's what we need to do. So it's good that you're having these conversations. But you're not alone. And the resilience comes. You just have to take that first step. Right? What you've been through, it doesn't define you at all. So many times we let it define us. But if you continue to just take the steps, you realize that it actually has refined you. Right?
Wow, so good.
It refines you. And I think a lot of times people think that, they just feel like they don't have it in them. Courage. Just, pray for courage. Your courage is not in having it all together. You don't have to have it all put together. A lot of people look and say, oh, she got it all put together. No, it's not in having it all put together. It's really just in showing up every day, right? Taking those steps. Even when it's painful, just take those steps. And soon you'll realize that there's just something deep down that needs to be unearthed. And I talk about that. It's something deep down that needs to be unearthed on the inside of you. So it's possible. Healing is possible. Becoming whole is possible. Rewriting your story is possible. Yeah, if I could do it, it's certainly possible. You could do it too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can't do it alone.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful when you get to the other side. You look back. You still have some triggers there, but it's so worth it when you get to the other side of it.
And it's speaking of triggers. I tell people something that came to me is how I operate and move through triggers is I feel the emotion first.
Yes.
Somebody just said something. Somebody just did something. I feel offended. I feel betrayed. I feel hurt. I feel angry. I feel sad. Whatever that is, that emotion is. Yeah. And I go and sit with me.
Yeah.
And I said, what are you feeling? Why are you angry? And every single time, Mina, and you do it, every single time I sit with me and that feeling, it always goes back.
Yeah.
Somebody wasn't there for me. It was a bad situation because, I struggled with rejection. Mm-hmm. So typically when I'm feeling like that, it has something to do with rejection.
Yeah.
I didn't feel heard. I didn't feel sick, whatever the case may be. And when I sit with me, because all of that, Nina, that be us. That's internal. It's not people. And so, do people hurt us, offend us? And all? Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying we have to be in control of our own feelings and emotions. We're responsible for us.
Yes.
And so when I sit with it and I realize, okay, that was a trigger, I know how to move past it. Mm-hmm. And then I can look at the person who did it and be like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And so that's the place we all need to get to. That's what some for real healing looks like. When you can sit with you.
Yep.
And be like, okay, I see. I see why I feel like that. Mm-hmm. And so let me just say this. Let's do some hot seat.
Okay.
I always end with hot seat. You ready, Mina?
I'm ready.
If you had a superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy because I was talking about this a while ago. I was gosh. It's 2 superpowers I always think I have, and I dream about it all the time since I was a kid.
Really?
But it would be either to fly or to become invisible.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, why do you want to fly?
Just so I can get over things quicker. Right, and I think that's an internal thing too.
Yeah,
when I say it out loud, but so I can get from here to there faster. I don't have to worry about
the in between.
The in between times, right? That's a deep personal issue. I mean, thinking about something that you want to get from here to there. And then being invisible, like I have this thing was like if they can't see me, if they can't see me, then it's good, right?
Yeah,
so just kind of hiding, but I don't want to hide. I think it's just. You can avoid certain things when you're invisible.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Move yourself from situations. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely move yourself from situations. Oh, I love that one. Okay. What is the one thing that literally makes your blood boil?
I'm going to tell you this. I'm still in therapy, okay? I still see a therapist here and there. Okay?
Yeah.
But I'm going to say, I have this big thing. It's like when people don't see what they do, or they don't.
Okay, got it.
Right?
Yeah,
and it's just I want to prove it so bad. But that just makes me so. I don't want to say angry,
upset.
But that makes my blood boil. I'm like when people don't take accountability.
And
you're just like, you gotta see this.
Right.
So, that's just one.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a real good one. What does Mina do on a relaxing day off?
Read. Spa.
She still read, Lord. This good. Baby, you ain't read enough yet. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, I'm reading 3 books right now. But
I give myself so
read and I brainstorm, ideas, how I can connect with people, and I love massage. So those are the things.
Yeah.
Exercise. I exercise every day. So
Every day?
Just about. Mm-hmm.
How do you exercise every day and you got these 12-hour shifts?
Well, I work 3 12s, but even on my 12-hour shifts, like yesterday I woke up, I work out before I go. So 5 a.m. club, 5 a.m., 5:30, I get up, do my weight training. Yeah, I lost 60 pounds 5 years ago. So,
Okay.
Pilates, you could do Pilates. I do Pilates.
Yeah. The trauma she experienced, like her list goes on and on and on. Mama wasn't there emotionally. Daddy, we already know that story. First kid at 15. She has 4 kids. Went to college. Worked full time. Baby, all that. And lost 60 pounds. Ma'am, what? We doing? Oh, okay, anyway, we'll talk about that another time. Okay, sis lost 60 pounds and looks, well, when I met you, you had already, right. Okay, what you was looking like 60 pounds heavier? That was a size what?
I'll show you. I was 233-ish. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, when I graduated my master's 5 years ago.
That was after the divorce?
Before the divorce. Well, right around that time when I was like going through that process, like I gotta go, I was in 230s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I lost it after though.
You lost it after.
When I left.
You left all the weight. Come on, boo.
I made a decision.
Really? Okay, so now to fiance. This is just how women roll, okay? Don't be mad at me. Don't get offended. Have the ex seen you at this size? He know what you look like this size?
Yeah, he's seen me when I was in Pennsylvania because I lost him when I was in PA. So
no, I'm being messy. I'm being real messy. That was whatever. Because that's how we think. That's how we think. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Lord, okay, that was the lighter side to all of this, y'all. We had to laugh at the end. And so anyway, so Mina, thank you so much. Earth, girl, so tell people your name again.
Earth Shamina.
Shamina. Why do I keep not being able to say that? Thank you so much, Earth Shamina. Holman, what is going to be your new last name?
Reddick.
Ooh.
Reddick.
I'm going to tell you what I like. I like Earth Reddick.
I do too.
That is cute. That sounds like that's supposed to be doing something.
Yeah, we're gonna write something. We're gonna put that on there so it could just.
Yeah. I love it. Yes, okay, I love it. I love it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really, really, really hope that you guys was able to take a bunch of takeaways. A bunch of gems that she left with us today. I want y'all, if y'all are believers, pray for Shamina, okay? And her this new thing that she's going to embark on. Has she been married before? Yes. This ain't the same man. This marriage finna look way different. She's different. Yeah. And so we want to just make sure that you cover them in prayer because they're a blended family. You know, all that comes with it. And so thank you guys so much for watching us today. Come back. See me again. Transparent Convos. You know, we keep it real, honey. We ain't got time to be out here telling half of those stories.
Right.
As you can clearly see, baby, this gets here. I told y'all. I warned y'all about her. Y'all didn't listen. Last but not least, y'all gonna get this book, okay? Because we need to support each other, right? And if you're an author, baby, drop your little information, honey. We'll support you too, okay? Yes, until next time. Go out and be honest with somebody. I want you to keep that in front of you. Honest, open, and truth. Transparent Convos is hot. Not just hot, it's spicy. Not just spicy, we sizzling. We tells it, boo. Honest, open, and truth. That's what I want for you to do. Because remember, when we're honest, open, and truthful, when we're transparent, people's lives will be healed, restored, and delivered.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Love you.